Hello friends, today I will talk about the most interesting topic in sterilization, moist heat sterilization technology, that is called F value. Now you are amused, what does it mean by F value? We listen F0 value. F F is a terminology which represent the lethality. Now it could be the biological lethality, actual decay of microorganism, which you could able to visualize when you placed BI, biological indicator, in your cycle. And F0 could be the physical value, which could be the prediction of the lethality. Just understand my word, prediction, right? In sterility assurance, we talk about once in a 1 million opportunity, means 10 to the power minus 6, something better than 10 to the power minus 6 level of sterility assurance you need to make sure when you do the sterilizations. It should be better than that. That's how we catch minus 6, means like if you predict your bioburden level is like a million, like 10 to the power 6, and you want to bring down to the sterility assurance level of 10 to the power minus 6. So 6 to 6 journey. You will start from 10 to the power 10 to the power 6 to the predictive level of 10 to the power minus 6, means 12, total 12 log reduction you need. And if you assume as per PDA tier 1 d value of 1 will be the worst case d value ever, right, which is not really a naturally occurring bioburden or resistive spore available in your facility. So 1 is considered as a highly resistant spore. In that case, the d value is 1. So time in a minute where you see the decay of biological populations 90%, and if the population is 100 it become 10. So d value depicts as a time in minute, and we calculated how much log reduction we need to claim better than 10 to the power minus 6 sterility, 12. So now 12 into 1, we consider each 1 minute there will be a 1 log reduction will be achieved. Again I am speaking, we are assuming, so that is a biological value where we get like, okay, we have a populations, we need to bring down here. If it is a d value, how much lethality we need, accumulated lethality, 12 minutes. Similarly, in a physical way, if I convert d value as a factor of temperature and time, we assume each time point of temperature, if your reference temperature, now you try to remember your formula of F0 in your mind. Okay, I will try to give it in the in below screen as well. So as per F0, as per your reference temperature, if it is 121.1, if during the cycle your penetration sensor located somewhere in your load, maybe in the filter coolest point, it received the same temperature, you will have a lethality of 1. Right, so we predict in 1 minute we'll have a 1 log reductions, but that is not the reality. The reason is there will be bit variations of a temperature, because we count from our set temperature, the targeted temperature could vary plus minus 1. So your lethality may not be actually 1, it could be in a fractions 0.99, 0.97, 0.98. That is the reason your 12 minute may not be equivalent to 12 log reduction or 12 F0 value. In another way, 12 F0 value does not really show the log reduction of 12, may not be necessary, because you may not get your lethality 1 each minute. As I told you, it may not be the 1, it may be 95, 0.95, 0.97, 0.89. So it's required you calculate lethality for each minute during the sterilization. Normally the practice is F0 is calculated after 100 till 100. So when your cycle is in a heat up, you reach 100 degree, it start calculating F0. Why 100 degree? Because before that is not really significant, 0.00 something, and that is not really adding a value to your F0. So normally the practice, industry practice, they calculate like 100 when it is in heat up, and heat up to exposure, then exposure to when it is started cool down, still calculate till 100, and then the cycle is finished. So normally we try to accumulate each minute of lethality, and F0 is a accumulated lethality over a time with the reference temperature of 121 degree when your Z value is 10. So it is the equivalent tool actually. As I mentioned, your temperature may not be 121 when you set as a reference, it could vary. So it make equivalence. It's just like a gold standard, right? So when you have a different combination of time and temperature, easily you could able to make it equivalent to your reference temperature in F0. It's easy to understand how much F0 you are getting as a process because it's the equivalent of 121.1. I go quite faster. Maybe you need more clarity. Please comment in this video and try to reach back to me if you need more clarity to understand what is lethality. And when you talk about lethality, we talk about two things. One is biological, based on the actual killing of your spore based on the selected biological indicator. And second one is Fphysical, that is based on the time and temperature base with the reference temperature, right? And third one is F0, when you select your exposure temperature is 120.1 as per European guideline EDQM. Your minimum sterilization temperature can be 1 and 10, and below that may not be recognized as a sterilization. So your bandwidth could be like 110 to 132. But when you talk about specifically 121.1, we refer as a F0. Otherwise, it's refer as a Fphysical. I try to clarify everything, right? Thank you. Thanks for listening to me.